So welcome one and all to a picturesque that the passionate crowd demands. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy. The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So it's away we go then. Carlos Augusto. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
And Martinez!
And it's Correa.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
De Jong. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else, and he usually tends to pick the right option too.
Okay, interesting. Rafinha. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Darmian. For Çalhanoğlu. Balde. Rafinha. Quarter of an hour played. Barcelona still without a single shot on target. He's in, surely!
Ferran Torres!
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Now it's Rafinha. Balde. There's the ball in. It's a mighty effort! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Acerbi. Inter Milan were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Pedri. Balde. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's good defending, very good defending. Çalhanoğlu goes short. He rises! Decent chance! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. Carlos Augusto at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Inter Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Rafinha, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Can he put it away? A real chance and a real let-off.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Rafinha. He's picked his way through. Heads it! Goal! They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Correa. That is a brilliant interception. Barella! Just off target.
Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
Koundé. Yamal. That is good strength. Big chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Lamine Yamal may risk being accused of being a tad selfish. Not by me, though. It was good endeavour.
Çalhanoğlu. Balde. Now Martinez. Çalhanoğlu to Barella. Pedri with the foul. Rafinha. And the finish! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looks the harder thing to do.
Carlos Augusto. Mkhitaryan. Now it's Correa. De Jong wins the duel this time. There's the whistle for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy. Barcelona get the second half started.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Closing in on goal. There's the hit! And that is wildly off target.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Çalhanoğlu. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Mkhitaryan.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Big header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rafinha. Referee's given a throw. Çalhanoğlu. Martinez. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Now it's Martinez. Mkhitaryan has got himself a free kick. And it's hit the woodwork and out. That was travelling. Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Cambio di giocatori.
Balde, Pedri. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Mkhitaryan. Martinez. He's had it taken off him. Yamal. That is lovely. Great chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Pavard. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Now it's Martinez. Out to the right.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Pete.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Barcelona are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Now it's Dani Olmo. Pedri. Carlos Augusto has found the net here, of course. Yamal. Bastoni. Carlos Augusto. Taremi. And that has left him in a heap. Spread neatly. It is a corner, good chance. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Çalhanoğlu plays it short. Barcelona, it's Çalhanoğlu! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Balde. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal. He's got away. Very nicely done. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Yamal. Fermin.
Such good technique.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. You have to expect that from everyone now.
Fermin carries the ball down the right. Just 5 minutes left. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
De Jong with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yamal. Yamal! And he's lifted it over.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Pavard. And he's had it nicked away. And he's managed to get free. Danny Olmo shapes to shoot! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Numero 20.
Barcelona complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Fermin. We are into overtime. And the referee brings it to a close. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom.